Hey everybody, this is Chris at Zenark Reptiles. Thank you for joining me once again. I hope that your Christmas was amazing. I hope you guys had some great times with your families, had some great memories. Anyways guys, this is going to be my last video of 2019. We're moving on to 2020. And today I'm going to talk to you about 4 animals that I really want bad. 2 of them I'm planning on getting this year. 2 of them I am not. And I'll tell you why I am getting the 2 and why I'm not getting the other 2. Anyways guys, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll get started right after this. Hey everybody, this is Chris with Zenark Reptiles, aka Zenark. Anyways guys, I'm going to talk to you about 4 animals that I would love to have. 2 of them I'm planning on getting this coming year. 2 of them I would love to have, but I don't see it happening unless something something kind of amazing happens. Anyways guys, if you're planning on getting into the reptile community, or you're planning on purchasing a reptile, or even an animal, any animal for that matter, make sure you read up, do your research, watch some videos, read some books. Make sure you do the right habitat, have the right equipment before you purchase that animal. Anyways guys, so let's talk about the 2 animals that I'm not going to get, that I'd love to get. I might get, but I'm planning not to get right now. And the first one is a retic. I've wanted a retic for a long time. Especially I want a cow retic. Ever since Kevin at Nerd started showing everybody about these, I've wanted one ever since. And then Brian got one and started showing it, and made me drill even more. I've been wanting one forever. But the reason is that just the magnitude of a cage and how much room they take up in my reptile room. At this point in time, I mean, I definitely have room in my reptile room, but I couldn't get any more racks, rat racks, snake racks. That's the reason why I'm not doing it at this point in time. I'm being responsible. That's one thing you should always be with animals, is be responsible pet owner, or pet parent. So I definitely have room in my reptile room, but it would definitely limit my options of anything new I can get. Especially that right now I'm more interested in being a reptile breeder and doing this full time. That's one reason why I haven't done it yet. So when you get a new animal, just make sure you can feed it, take care of it, and have the room for it. And at this point in time, I really don't have a room for a retic. I do see people put them in smaller cages than I recommend, and they do very well. But if I was doing a retic, I would put it in a good sized cage. And I understand that when I first get them, that it'll be in a small rack and I can move it up, but they do grow fast. And even though I'm planning in the next year or 2 to have a different facility, it's just the right thing to do not to get it until I get that facility. Number 2 is a Caiman lizard. I want one really bad. I can almost taste it. Now these guys are a different problem. It's hard to find a captive bred Caiman lizard. It's even hard to find a farm bred or a wild caught Caiman lizard. I don't really like buying farm bred or wild caught animals. And you're gonna say, well, you saw in my videos before, I do have a farm bred roughneck monitor. Well, when I bought that roughneck monitor, I thought for sure that it was captive bred. I read captive bred in my mind. When I got it, I realized that I made the mistake. Because I started complaining to the guy, this says captive bred, and I went back to the website and it actually said farm bred. I made a mistake. I still have the animal. It's a great animal, but it did take me a long time to tame it down. It's still not in the same area like all my tegus and other animals are. I can hold it now, but it still kind of puffs up. It's still nervous. Hopefully when it gets older, it'll do a lot better, but it took a lot more time to get it to the place where it needs to be. Also, I don't like supporting the people overseas that breed these and farm breed these and also catch these. It's not so much that I dislike the animals. I've seen plenty of wild caught animals that are healthy. I've seen plenty of farm bred animals that are healthy. My roughneck monitor down there is very healthy. I just don't like supporting these businesses that don't take very good care of them. I have friends that are firsthand seeing how these people treat them, and it's hard for me to support them. Not the people here in the States. I'm talking about people that ship them overseas. It's a business to them. They treat them no different than you would a crab or a lobster when they're catching them, out in the ocean. But those are food, and a lot of them die right away, but they're going to be eaten. These are not meant to be food. These guys are meant to be pets, and they're treated horribly, and they're so stressed they're so stressed out when they get over here, so riddled with parasites. I don't like supporting them. If someone offered to give me one that was wild caught, and they were like, they're adopting it out or trying to, I was going to rescue it, no problem. I have no problem with that. I just personally don't want to give money to these people overseas that don't take care of these animals. Now, I'm not stupid, and I realize that our ball pythons, all our crested geckos, all these animals were probably wild caught at one point in time before they came over here, and that's not a problem with that. I'm not a problem with that practice. I have a problem with the companies that don't treat their animals well. If someone did that, brought it over here and treated it well, I'd have no problem with it. I just have a problem with the way they treat the animals. That's me personally. So I always try to find captive bred. I did see one guy have some babies on Moore's Market. I texted him, I called him, and left him an email. It was about 2 hours after it posted. He got back to me, and they were already gone before I even got. I was like the 25th guy, and after 2 hours of posting that called him. So finding a captive bred Caiman lizard is kind of hard. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely hard. And if I do see one, I will snatch it up. But at this point in time, due to how hard they are to get, I don't see myself getting one right now. But there always is that chance that I will find one and be able to purchase it, knock on wood. These are two animals I plan on getting this coming year. The first one is a false chameleon anole. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're becoming pretty popular slowly. I think they're amazing pets. They're great because I'm the type of guy that I really like to teach and show people. Me and my wife like to show our animals to people here in town. We really into getting people used to snakes and reptiles. We love them so much. We like to share our experience with these animals to people. People that come into our house or different places, we meet them. We take animals there, and they see that they're not evil. People still cringe and stuff like that, but when you give them a ball python and they're so nice and sweet, they kind of open up to them, and that's kind of what we are. We're kind of here to help people become pet owners and to get their fear over snakes. That's what we do. And false chameleon is one of those animals that make a great first-time pet. They're real easy conditions. I would say they're definitely a beginner to intermediate. I'd say actually beginner, but they also make a great intermediate reptile. So they're great for everybody. They look cool. They're pretty easy to take care of, and they're not too hard to breed. And I would plan on breeding them not on large scale. I don't plan on breeding them like I do my ball pythons, but I plan on breeding them to the point where I can give people around here or sell them to people around here or give them to people around here for pets. I kind of believe that they should be bigger in the market because they're such amazing little pets, and they're starting to get their feet wet in that community, in the reptile community. People are starting to hear about them, but it's one of those animals that are really cool, and they are just starting to peek their head out into the reptile community. Another one actually is the fire skinks. Those are pretty cool too. Those are something I'm looking at getting in the future, but they're not part of this video. Number 2 is actually a video I made before. I want a Rhino Iguana or even a Cuban iguana. I want one so bad. I had one all picked out. Me and the guy didn't see eye to eye. I don't want to get into it. We agreed to disagree kind of thing. So I got my deposit back. Still looking. I do see some in Morph Market, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I will this coming year. I was hoping to get one in 2019. Didn't work out, but it looks like in 2020 I will definitely have one. I don't know when. I do see them more. They're more common now than they used to be. I'm looking for a sub-adult, mainly to be like an ambassador animal for this channel. I think they're amazing. There's lots of animals I want to get this year, but these are the ones that I really think they're going to stand out this year that I'm going to do a little more videos about. We are looking for a place to raise our animals, like a building or a little warehouse to raise our animals, to move our business that way, to expand it, to put more racks up and different things like that. We are looking at this point in time. We've actually, talked to a few people, and that's where we're going. And when we do that, I definitely will pick up a retic. That's no question. I'll have to pick up a Burmese python too, because my wife loves Burmese. She wants one really bad. Me, I'm more into the retics, but that's for a different time, and we get the right place for it. Like I said before, guys, if you are planning on getting the animal, just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you take the time. I've been breeding animals since 1999. I started breeding bearded dragons on small scale. Been breeding animals for ever since then, reptiles. And it doesn't hurt my feelings to ask people that know more about certain animals than I do. And it's not embarrassing. It's just that's what it is. If you have questions, just don't forget, feel free to ask people that know. I ask people questions all the time of certain animals that, before I got them, because it's your job to be responsible and make sure when you bring that animal home to make sure you have the right equipment for it, the right husbandry before you bring that animal home. That's your responsibility. They can't do that for you. You have to do that for them. Anyways, guys, I love you. I hope you guys have amazing New Year's. I will see you later.